Hey peeps, welcome to another video. Today I'm doing another pattern stash look through, kind of show and tell of all my Butterick patterns today, and I'm having to break these down into companies because I have so many. And as we all know, we have all come to the conclusion that buying patterns and buying fabric is a totally separate hobby to sewing, completely different things. Please tell me I'm not the only one that feels like this. It's going to be another long video, although not as long as the McCall's and the Vogue pattern ones are going to be, because those ones are huge. But I have 2 cubby holes worth of my IKEA CD towers to talk you through, so let's get started. Now the first up is the B6258. I have made this pattern a lot. I have made one part of this pattern a lot. I have made C, the dress, and I have turned it into a much more fitted tunic that is butt covering length. This came free with Dressmaker magazine. I do like all the other options that they've got in here, like the skirt and the kind of jacket. The jacket in a ponte would look really nice. Yes, and the trousers too. I do like these kind of capsule wardrobe collections that pattern makers do. I have quite a few of them from Vogue as well. I think it's a great idea because you can sew up one of everything and take it on holiday with you, and then you have mix and match outfits that work really well. There's a lot of ease in the dress pattern. There is a lot of ease in it, and I have kind of nipped it in at the waist more, and it's not something that I would make as just a dress. But as a tunic, I think it's awesome. So this is a really great versatile pattern. Next up, we have some of my Gertie patterns. First is the 6285, and I think I have both size ranges of this one. And it is a circle skirt with what I believe are, pleats in it, and then also a knit wrap top with either long or short sleeves. I know lots of people have made both of these. I really like the idea of the skirt. I would make the skirt longer. It's hitting just above or on the knee. I would make it longer. I would need to, because that's just something that I prefer. And I really like the wrap top, and I know a few people have made this and it looks awesome. So I need to get this in my life, but there's that one. Next is another Gertie pattern, and it is the B5895. I bought this one for the shirt more than the trousers, although the trousers are very cute. And I'm coming around to maybe, I like the red ones. That's awesome. But yeah, I bought this for the shirt. I think the little tie front shirt is amazing, and it would work really well in my wardrobe. And I have plans to make this in, I think, April, out of some Lady McElroy fabric that I have at the moment, more snake print fabric. But yeah, I'm going to make myself a large skirt and one of these little tops with it, and if it works, I can see there being many of these in my future, because this would work really well with my wardrobe. Next up, we have the Lisette for Butterick, and it's the B6244. I have only made the coat out of this, and I did really like the coat and the shape. I just didn't think it was right for me as it was. So small girl type creature has inherited it. And I mean, I spent time on this thing. I have blanket stitched all the way around the hem of it, because it is an unlined coat and you need to finish the edges with a narrow hem. The fabric I'd picked, it was way too thick for me to do that, so blanket stitch it was, and it looked really cool, and it looks awesome on small girl type creature. It just wasn't right for me. The dress in this one's really cute as well, actually. It's got some really nice little panels in there that you could add different types of fabrics into. So yeah, I do have plans to make myself another coat. So the next pattern I have is the Butterick B5824. It's another Gertie coat. I have both pattern sizes, one for me, one for my sister-in-law. This is an out of print pattern, so if you like this style and you haven't got it yet, grab yourself a copy. I have used the skirt portion of this to franken pattern. I put it on the bottom of the Sewaholic Robson trench. It kind of worked, looked awesome, but I needed to have done a full bust adjustment as well, and I didn't, and so that wearable muslin ended up getting donated to the local charity shop. I'm going to be making this out of a black brushed cotton twill, and I am going to use black on black embroidery. I've got some amazing embroideries from Embroidery Library, and they're going to go on the front of the collar and then along the back of the collar as well, and I think that's going to look awesome. And of course, it being me, it's going to have a really, really bright lining. so I'm looking forward to making that one. I try and organise all my patterns into companies, and then within the companies I organise them into coats, tops, skirts, trousers, dresses, so that's why things are coming to you in the order that they are. Next up we have the Butterick 6390, and it's another Patterns by Gertie, and it is her lined denim jacket. I really like the idea of it being a lined denim jacket. I know traditionally denim jackets aren't, but I like using up like fabric leftovers, the bigger leftovers from projects, and lining them in, like I did with the Cobra Corsage lawn that I had left over to line the loop-in jacket. I think that's really nice. I like this a lot. I like that it hits on the waist. I like the styling of it. I really want a denim jacket, so I'm going to give this a go at some point. And knowing me and the fact that my embroidery unit has been out of commission for over a year and it's finally working again, there'll probably end up being some embroidery on the back of the yoke. Yeah, no, can't promise not to do that. Next up we have the 4551 Butterick Fast and Easy, and it's a whole bunch of different like shrugs. I bought this years ago, we're talking sort of 10-12 years ago, and I have made View C once. I really like all of them actually. I think all of them are quite nice. View B is nice. View B is View C without the collar, and A is just the same but with shorter sleeves. I really like these for kind of evening dresses. Actually, some of the cotton day dresses I have as well, they would be really cool in a contrasting fabric with the same fabric lining or something like that. But I haven't made one of these for a while, but I do really like it, and I will at least make View C again. Yeah, I like those. Next we have a See and Sew, which is a Butterick pattern, and it is 6077. It is a waterfall fronted jacket and vest. I really like both of these, and I will definitely be making both of these. It's kind of crepes, wool blends, wool crepe gabardine, and it is lined as well, so I think this is a really nice jacket. I think it would work really well in my wardrobe. I like that B has it sits at the back on the waist, and I like that A is longer and flared, but it's sleeveless, so you'd wear that with kind of jacket. Personally I'd wear that with jeans and a nice shirt, and then that over the top. I really like those. Yes. Next we have the B6178, which I got with Love Sewing magazine. It's a Butterick Fast and Easy. It's the culotte pattern that everyone was going nuts for, and I can understand why, because it is a really, really lovely pattern. This again would make a really good substitute for the wide leg trouser pattern that I make. It would work really well for that. There are lots of different versions with different varieties of pleats and fabric in there. I like C. C is nice. I do like culottes. I do like this length of trouser, but I can see as well, very easy to lengthen it and make it full length trousers, but I haven't made this one as yet, but I definitely want to. It's on my list. Next up is the Butterick 6130. I believe I was gifted this one at Christmas. I think I was. This one actually would be a really good starting point for that red Dupioni dress and velvet dress that I wanted to make for my little red dress project. This has got the kind of waistband I wanted on it, and I can see that maybe doing the, rather than a cowl neck, I could do the red velvet like that, but this has either skirt options on it or trousers, so there's a jumpsuit or skirt in there. I really like A and B and D as well. For me, I do like C, don't get me wrong, I think I have other evening gowns that I would rather wear more, and it is an evening gown rather than a maxi dress, at least my perception. But yeah, I really like that one. I think that skirt would be really interesting to try and make it fit on me and look good. Maybe. Then I've got the Butterick 6320. It is another jumpsuit. I really like the bodice detailing on this. I think it's very interesting. I like that it has waist ties. You can also make it as a dress, View A as a dress. Again, I'm not sure that skirt's full enough for me. I don't know, it's kind of nice though. I really like the detailing on the bodice. You could have some fun with the different panels and different fabrics or different sides of fabrics. I have some crepe back satins, so I could use the satin side for some of the inserts and things like that. I think that would be really cool. I like that one. Right, we're into the skirts. This one is another one that I got free with Love Sewing magazine. It is the 6326. I think I bought this because I wanted the magazine and I like A and B. I'm not sure I could carry off A and B, but I do like it. Elasticated waist, C and D, maybe, but I have nicer skirt patterns that I think would look better on me, but I do like the pencil skirt version of this one. So next up I've got the Butterick 6388. I saw this when it was released and was kind of like meh, and then I saw this in the Sew Today magazine made up, and I think it was in red and I loved it, and it was View D, the dress. I think that is lovely, and I think with leggings or tights as comfy wear in the colder months, I think it would look awesome, and you would look put together but you would still be secret pajamaed up. So yes, I fully intend to make that one. This pattern I've had for years. I can't remember when I bought this. It is the 5780. It's for knit fabrics, and I really liked the neckline on it. I remember thinking that that was quite interesting. I like that. I think it would be interesting to make. It is for rayon spandex, cotton spandex fabrics, so it's got some give in it as well, so it would be comfortable to wear as well. Need to give that a go. Next up we have the Butterick 5884. I bought this from somebody on Amazon, so like I think I got it from, oh, maybe it was from eBay. It definitely wasn't from like a pattern shop. It was somebody had bought it and then had sold it on to me. I have two fabrics that I think would work really, really well for this. I have View B in mind, the one in this picture here, because these are Dior silks that Mum got me from Kuwait nearly 15 years ago now, and I just think that it would look amazing as that top. Personally, I think I'm going to need to try and alter the skirt and make the skirt bigger and floatier, which I think I can carry off with all that top, but yeah, I think View B is really, really interesting, and that was why I bought this one, because I had that fabric in mind for it. Next we have Butterick 6129. I have made this for a customer. I made View A, the bodice, and then I added jersey long ankle length. That'd be interesting. I added wrist length jersey sleeves to it to keep it off the shoulder as well, and then a full circle skirt that was added to it, and I made it in a black silk dupioni for somebody's prom. I actually really liked this pattern on her. Again, I need to be able to wear a bra, so I'm not sure I'd ever make this one for myself, but it was a really pretty pattern and I thought it came out really well, so I do recommend it if you don't mind strapless. Next up is the 6091. Pretty sure I got this from Karen for Christmas. It is a shirt dress pattern. I love the concealed button placket. I think that's awesome. It has go days in it, so you could have a load of fun with that, as they have done. You can't really see here, but the pinstripe fabric that they've used, they've put it on bias in the go days, so that looks really cool. And I like the waist belt as well, so you know how much I like a shirt dress. Right, now we have some more Gertie patterns, the first one being the 6352. That's her dirndl inspired dress. I kind of bought this because I was interested about the construction of it, because it has a front zip in it and it's very, very tight and boned. I also think, I like that version. I think if you pick the right fabric, it can be a really awesome dress. I'm not sure about the little puff sleeves. On me, I think I might make it sleeveless. Possibly, but I do like it. I think it's going to be an interesting construction challenge, this one. Another Gertie one is 6413. Again, I'm not sure how I would work out the underwear situation with this, with the keyhole in the front, but I love it. I think it's beautiful. It is, the waistband is sits higher than the natural waist, and then the skirt skims over and down, so I'm not sure again how that would suit me, given my preference for much fuller skirts. But the ones that I have seen, people who've made this bodice up, I think it's beautiful. I think it's really, really lovely. So I'm really excited to give this a try and see if I can work out some kind, because I think Wonder Bra do like deep plunge bras that work for stuff like this. So yeah, That's interesting. Next we have the Butterick 6483. This came out last, I think it was early summer release, and it came out in perfect timing because this is when Pippa had come to me and wanted me to make her wedding dress. She wanted it to be a Chinese inspired bodice with a full skirt, and this pattern is perfect for it. I ended up using a circle skirt because the fabric that we had was really stiff and wouldn't have gathered down in any way, shape or form. But it's a really cool pattern. I liked this a lot. Next up we have the 6380. It's another Gertie pattern. It's a very 40s style dress. I already have the fabric picked out for this. It is the pansy print crepe that I got from Fabrics Galore at the Knitting and Stitching show. I'm just holding off making this one at the moment because I don't want to make it too big and then have to take it in later, but I think it's beautiful. I love the bodice on it. I might add a fuller skirt because it doesn't look that full on Gertie herself. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the size of the skirt. Yeah, it doesn't look quite full enough for me. I love the bodice on it. I think it's awesome. And now we're into my Butterick retro collection. So the first one is the 5813, and I love this. I think View C is my favourite. There's no surprise there. Although the other ones are pretty cute. I think my thing with pencil skirts is that I'm always worried that I'm never going to be able to fit them to me properly and then be comfortable in them. So it's that why I like the fuller skirts. But I can definitely see some of you see in my future. I think that one needs to be made. This one I bought ages ago. It is 4512, and I have actually made one of these, and I wore it to my brother's second wedding, and I made View A. Yes, View A without the collar or the bow. I didn't wear a bra with it at the time. I didn't know about full bust adjustments, so it was definitely squishy boob situation. I actually have cut the tissue paper out of this one and in the smallest size, so yeah, it won't fit me now, but I can't get rid of it because the line art's so pretty. Next up we have Butterick 4513. Again, I have made this one. I think I've made about 3 or 4 of these. It's a very easy pattern to make. I like View B with the extra detail across the top there. I've done that. I completely ignored the instructions as I remember and made bias binding in my own way because I was like, oh no, that's stupid, that uses all the fabric. Let's put it on the straight grain. Not knowing about bias. This was a long time ago, but yeah, I really like it. It's a really nice pattern. It does have elastication at the back, which means there's no zippers or anything for getting in and out of it, which is awesome. The ones I made were very short. I have them in my box of stuff to be ripped apart for fabric to use for other things because no, they're not good. But for back then, I was really pleased, and I think I took a weekend off work and made myself 3 dresses, and it was awesome. So yeah, really like this one. Next we have the 6018. I love this. I love both A and B. I want to make both of them. I think this is an awesome pattern. I think it would look cool in so many fabrics that I have as well. So yeah, this is high on my list of priorities to make this year. Next we have Butterick 5209. Really like this one. I particularly like View B. View A is a halter neck with no back, and whilst it is beautiful, I don't think it's for me, but View B has a back on it and it is very reminiscent of a lot of the Trashy Diva dresses that I love. So yeah, definitely going to be making some of these. Next up we have the Butterick 4790, the walkaway dress. Everybody knows this one. I really wanted to make this out of a pansy print fabric that I had, but I only had 2.8 meters of it, and you need 5. Well, you need 3.4 meters of that, and I didn't have that much of it, so I've had that dress in my head for so long that I've not been able to get another print into my mind, but I do really like this one. Tina from Simply and Stitches has made this one in a sheep fabric, which is amazing, so it is on my list of things to sew, and somebody did send me a copy of this, so I now have 2 copies of this pattern, which is awesome. But yeah, it's a really cool pattern. Okay, so next up we have the Butterick 6212. It is another version of a walkaway dress. This has no zip fastenings. It's kind of one that wraps around at the front and then buttons at the back with a tie in View B as well, and I really like it. I think View A is my favourite. I like when you use different fabrics to make it look like an outfit, but in fact it's a dress. Yeah, definitely want to try that one too. We've got 4 left, we're nearly there. I'm really sorry about the lighting, the sun was up and it's been going down, as you've been able to see in the background. It's getting ever so slightly darker, so I'm kind of like two-faced here. So the next one is the 6582. I've made 2 of these. I've made the full skirted one, but I made it shorter, and then I have made the pencil skirt one, which I haven't worn for a long time because I can't get into it anymore. Both out of the silk peony. I really like this. I need to I do like that pencil skirt version actually. I need to make another one. Yes, like that. Next is the Butterick 5880, and this is stunning. I love the little notch details in the neckline. I love the side bit. I think the whole thing is just beautiful. I need to get over my fear of pencil skirts, don't I? And just make some. This is a very cool dress. What fabrics is it? Crepes and damask. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So next up we have Butterick 5748. Loads of people have made this one. It is a very standard bodice. I like the little details on view A with the little notch under the bow. I'm not sure I'd add the bow myself, but it is cute. And if you can make it detachable, ooh, I wonder if you could do that with magnets or something, so you wouldn't have to have press studs there. But yeah, it's a really, really lovely bodice. The few the ones that I've seen out in the wild, I adore them. I know Abby from the Crafty Pin-Up has made one, and it's beautiful. So yeah, love this one. And then the final one was free with Love Sewing magazine, and it is the 6318. And again, I really like this. I think it would be interesting to do it like they've done with View B, with a contrasting sash at the waist. I think that would be really interesting. I like the fullness of the skirt. The stripy one is really awesome actually. Ooh, you could do the stripes and then you could have like a solid black waistband. That would look really cool. But yes, that's high on my priority list as well. That's everything. That's all my Butterick patterns. Butterick is the big 4 that I have the least of. Well, okay, out of Vogue, the Vogue McCalls and Butterick, that's the one that I have the least of, but the ones that I have I love, and there's so many in there that I want to make, and it's really nice and fun to have a look through them all again to see, oh yeah, that one, oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I hope you have enjoyed having a look through my pattern stash with me. If you have, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!